ASOIF President, Mr. Ricci Beatty, ASOIF Council, Presidents and Secretaries Generals of the Summer IFs and of delegates that are here, to our Olympic and Paralympic family and friends, to our friends from Paris 2024. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Eric Garcetti, the Mayor of Los Angeles, California. It's great to be here in beautiful Aarhus, and I'm glad that we could bring some of our California sunshine with us in these last few days. It looks like the sun does indeed follow wherever we go. But it is my pleasure to present to you today this beautiful vision for the 2024 games that we have in Los Angeles. Now, many believe that the bids that are before us are quite similar, when in fact the two bids that we have presented before us are quite different. LA 2024 was crafted to address precisely this important time in our Olympic movement. So what's so different about LA 2024? Well, for starters, it's the incredible level of support that we have in the public in Los Angeles for the Games. In fact, 88% of my fellow Angelenos want to host the Games. LA loves the Olympics. It's part of who our city is because it's part of our DNA. We began our bid by taking Olympic Agenda 2020 to heart. It's the basis for every decision that we have made. So what else is different about us? Well, we believe that LA 2024 offers the Olympic movement something creative and new, not more of the same. This is an important time for our collective Olympic movement, a time that demands new thinking, new ideas, and new solutions. LA 2024 is in a unique position to respond to these risks because first, we're a young city that's full of fresh, new ideas. Second, we're not focused on the last 100 years, we are focused on the next 100 years. And finally, we're a city that literally is the face of the world today and the face of my nation tomorrow. Almost 40% of my fellow Angelenos were born outside the United States. That, my friends, is not simply diversity, it is the unity that we in the world so badly need now more than ever. So, how can LA 2024 connect us with the future? Here's our plan. First, we don't have to build a single permanent new venue. And that's very important because it means a no-risk, no-surprises budget. Second, we can't wait to harness the 100 million under 25-year-old Americans and our $250 billion sports industry for your sports represented here today. And finally, we can help create a new Olympic connection to the world's youth through the exhilarating intersection of new media, technology, and Hollywood storytelling only found in California. So how can we do all of this? LA will deliver a great Games because we're a no-risk and no-surprises bid. LA is an optimistic, creative, and fun city. LA is a place, in short, where everything is possible. And now let me introduce our CEO, Mr. Gene Sykes.
Thank you, Mayor, and good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see so many friendly faces all in one place. As we all know, one of the biggest challenges for any Games is the delivery of the Olympic and Paralympic Village. As we've seen, it's an enormous project to acquire the land and to deliver a first-class village. It can easily overwhelm the organizers in spite of all of their energy and resources. Well, we believe we have a better answer. Just as in 1984, LA 2024 offers an existing facility for our village. We're proud to repeat history because a fully functioning village solves a lot of problems for all of us with no surprises and no risk. Now, I've been a banker for over 30 years. I specialize in reducing risk. And reducing risk is all the difference between success or frustration in any complex endeavor. That's why our village makes so much sense. It takes a huge risk off the table for all of us. Our village is situated on the stunning campus of the University of California at Los Angeles. We call it UCLA. And over 16,000 young people from 130 countries call it home every day. The village is nestled between the beautiful Santa Monica Mountains and the Pacific Ocean, offering a home for Olympians and Paralympians unlike any in the past. It's more like a resort than a college campus, which may explain why over 120,000 of the world's best students applied to attend UCLA last year. And despite what you may believe about LA traffic, most Olympians and Paralympians are 30 minutes or less from their venues. This is because of our Olympic route network, which will have 100% dedicated lanes, all operating 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Now, we could have built a new village. We looked at 25 sites. But that would have been irresponsible given the legacy and quality of UCLA. And that resourcefulness is precisely what Olympic Agenda 2020 calls for. Many of you in this room know about the quality of our village because you've seen it for yourselves. The athletes' residences are beautiful, they're spacious, and they're modern. The dining options are incredible. They offer tremendous convenience and choice. Let me close by saying that I've had the opportunity to meet and learn from many of you in this room. In a very real way, our plan is your plan because you've had input into every aspect of it. Thank you. And let me introduce our Director of Strategy, IOC Athlete Commission Chair, and IOC Executive Board Member, Angela Ruggiero.
Thanks, Gene. And good afternoon, dear IF presidents, friends. It's really an honor for me to be here today. During our many meetings with you, one thing came through loud and clear. You all want a greater role in the planning and presentation of your sports at the Games. We understand that. So our commitment to you isn't just for the 16 days of the Games in 2024. It's for the 7 years leading up to them and beyond. Based on your feedback, we've created several new, unique commitments for you. Now, this is a long list, so hang in there with me. I promise you'll like it. We will work directly with you on your venue operating plans. We will jointly appoint an event director for each venue. Next, we will connect you with America's most creative minds to help you with your sports presentation at the Games. Are you tired of being so far away from your venues? Well, LA 2024 will provide accommodations for ITOs and NTOs that are within walking distance to your venues or a short 10-minute walk. We know how important it is for you to stay in touch with the OCOG. So we've created a dedicated budget for your regular IF visits, and we have freight grants for specific sports. And for the first time, we commit to give athletes 2 free tickets for each of their competitions. But wait, there's more. We have 2 new programs to help you. The first is our Sports Ambassador Program, which will be led by the chairman and CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Mr. Bob Iger. This program will identify business leaders in California to work with you to maximize commercial opportunities in the United States. And second, an annual IF Development Forum for all IFs, winter and summer, designed to give you the needed resources to grow your potential in the U.S. We will create a close relationship between our OCOG, your federation's leadership, and our venue operators. This has never been implemented on a consistent Games-wide scale. Now, we've spoken a lot about innovation here today, but I think it's really important to emphasize what we mean. We want to use every unique asset and resource that LA has to offer for your sports to give greater opportunities for success, not just in the short term. 2024, this is beyond that. This is your future. Because the success we know of your federations is the success of the future of the Olympic and Paralympic Games. It's my honor and privilege to introduce my friend, the chairman of our bid, Mr. Casey Wasserman.
Thanks, Angela, and good afternoon. My topic for today is our games concept. But first, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the 24 and 28 games. We believe that the 24-28 conversation makes a lot of sense. And it's fortunate that the IOC has two great cities to consider, each capable of hosting magnificent games in 2024. The important thing to keep in mind is that no city or nation has all the answers to the challenges that lay ahead for the movement. We know that we certainly don't. Just by looking around the room today, it's clear the strength of the Olympic movement is its incredible diversity. Our goal at LA 2024 is to play our part, along with the rest of you, in serving the movement going forward. The reality is, we're a bid committee. And as I said, we don't have all the answers, but we do have big dreams. And like all cities, we want to share our dreams with you. LA 2024 wants to bring new ideas and creativity to the games, not more of the same. So, what's new about LA 2024? Well, for one thing, our bid is not a government project, with all the risk and uncertainty that implies in today's world. And just like our bid, our games will be privately funded and privately managed, free of government interference. LA 2024 will achieve two important goals: minimize financial and executional risk, and maximize the experience for each of your sports at the games. We also wanted as many sports as possible to have an Olympic park experience. So, imagine 4 incredible parks around Los Angeles, each with clustered sports in multiple venues, lots of entertainment and dining options, all with incredible live sites, each within single, secured perimeters. We also have 8 standalone venues, including beach volleyball, of course, on Santa Monica Beach, and the new $3 billion NFL stadium, perfect for opening and closing ceremonies, which will be delivered at zero cost to LA 2024. LA is the most vibrant sports market in the world. We host 12 million spectators a year, and the organizations that use our venues demand the very best. And that's why we chose those venues for you. The bottom line for everyone is that the bid we delivered to you in February of this year is the games we will host in the summer of 2024. You can count on it. I think we can all agree that 2024 must be a transformative games for the movement. This means that the next 7 years must inform the next 100 years. This bid is important to me because I've dedicated my life to sport. Every person on our team is extraordinarily proud of our country's long commitment to the Olympic movement. In fact, no other nation has volunteered to host the Games more than America. We bid on the Games because we love the Games, and we believe in this movement. Our bid isn't about money or ego or boosting American pride or frankly even winning or losing. It's about something much deeper. It's about ensuring that our and your Olympic dreams remain achievable as far into the future as possible. To us, that's a dream worth sharing. Oh, and there's one more thing. When you do come to LA in 2024, or frankly at any time, give me a call. LA is anything you want it to be, and I'd love to share my city with you. Thank you, and this concludes our presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we have 5 minutes. We open the floor to question. Brian Cookson, UCI, please.
Thank you. I'm the president of the International Cycling Union. Los Angeles is famously a city of the car, the motor car. Here in Aarhus, you'll see bikes everywhere. What can you do to make cycling, the humble bike, more achievable, more usable, both during the games for athletes, for spectators, for officials, and after as part of the legacy?
Wait, if there's more questions, then it's better to put all together because we don't have so much time. Archery Federation, Tom Dillon.
Thank you. Congratulations for the presentation. A quick question. Okay, when we're talking about Olympic Games 2024, the typical question is legacy, but legacy definitely in a concept like this is not about stadiums and so on, but about the legacy it will leave to the American sport in general. So what is your plan in terms of working with your national federations to make sure that before the games and after the games there is a strong legacy as such?
You, Tom, as a question, please, Hassan, Handball Federation.
Yes. Good afternoon. This is my question to you, that if you have a plan or strategies that we can promote some sport that are not well promoted in Los Angeles. This is my question. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't see any other questions, so please, if you can answer the three questions you received.
Thank you. First of all, to cycling. We are so excited. Los Angeles recently in November passed what was the largest transportation measure in the history of the United States of any city, $120 billion, to build 15 rail lines and to have an extension of all of our cycle lanes as well. For instance, $50 million will take the Los Angeles River. Some may not know we have a river, but if you ever saw the movie Grease, it's where they have the race of what used to be dry. Or if you've seen Terminator 2, it's where the Terminator chases you. But our river will have from 51 miles, or about 80 kilometers, a contiguous bike path through the middle. A quarter of the city can walk to that bike lane of 4 million people. We have 200 miles, about 350 kilometers of new bike lanes that we're installing currently. And these things aren't for the Olympics. We're trying to get away from we build infrastructure for 16 days and hope it works for the city. We're building it for the city knowing it will help the Olympics and moving on from there. I think Casey wanted to talk a little bit about legacy. Why don't you come up here, Casey, as well.
So one of the things we like to point about is our view is that LA has a good chance to host the games because of the infrastructure and facilities we have, Tom. LA is in a good position in the games because of what that allows us to do. So we would be fortunate enough to begin work on growing sport and integration with the federations of the United States the day after we were selected for the games, because we don't have to build those facilities that normally take up the time, effort, and resources of most bid and OCOGs in that effort. So our view is, because we will have two things that most OCOGs never have, time and money, to invest in growing those sports in the United States, to growing those sports in California and in Los Angeles. We can embrace those communities through those federations. We obviously have an unbelievably vibrant sports community in Southern California, and what a great place to start when we have those 7 years to really focus on engaging the youth to develop sport in a way that, frankly, very few people have ever had the opportunity. Yeah, you can take the last one.
Just add one thing and to answer the last question as well, from our friend from the Handball Federation. We see our legacy not just as a physical legacy. So often Olympics are about what are you going to build? And for mayors, it's what part of town are you going to revitalize? Our experience from 1984 is what's more important is the human legacy. It's one of the reasons the profitability from the 1984 Olympics has spent $250 million on people and facilities and coaches. So for instance, in a low-income area of Los Angeles called Compton, 2 African-American girls named Venus and Serena Williams were exposed to tennis as little girls. Today, they're 2 of the best tennis players in history. Our vision is to have a human legacy that sports is made free and universal for all youth in Los Angeles forever. And to the point of other sports, we are a sports-crazy town. Our firefighters, for instance, love playing handball. We see people who are coming from every nation of the world. And part of our plan is to tap into a bid that, yes, of course it's an American bid, but Los Angeles' bid is an international bid. A city where 39 countries have their largest population outside their home country, where over 200 languages are spoken. I bet everybody in here has a friend or relative in Los Angeles. So the advantage is, let's celebrate sport, especially that wide vision of sports. Sports that haven't been a part of, beach volleyball wasn't part of the Olympics, but it started in Los Angeles. We celebrate, and sometimes those will come into the Olympic movement, but we want to see a sports celebration throughout California, taking advantage of Hollywood, new media, and whatever it takes. For instance, with handball, we could take these glasses that are here. Some of you may know Snapchat. These are glasses where you press a button and you get 10 seconds to post to social media this conversation I'm having with you right now. Imagine a player sharing that experience with people all over. Thank you.
Monsieur le Président, chers amis from the international federations, dear friends from Los Angeles, thank you for this chance to share Paris 2024 with you. It's a bit designed for sport by a team with sport in our DNA. Leaders such as Bernard Lapassé and Guy Dru, supported by other experienced Olympians in key positions with Étienne Taubois, Jean-Philippe Gatien, and the right team of athletes. This is a team with a great experience in sport, a team with strong political support, especially from the Mayor of Paris, Anne Hidalgo. We are a team you can trust. Let's hear more about the plans. Etienne, please.
Thanks, Tony. Our team began with one clear goal: to provide the most spectacular and athletes-friendly games ever. We designed a compact venue plan, making the best of what our city center has to offer, including world-class existing venues and spectacular locations for the temporary ones, starting, of course, with the Eiffel Tower. 95% of our venues are existing or temporary. And let me give you a few more clear facts that capture the benefits of our plan. 22 sports within a 10-kilometer radius, 85% of athletes competing within 30 minutes of the village, 57,000 guaranteed hotel rooms in the city center or within walking distance of your venues, all at great prices, all guaranteed. Every member of the Olympic family will enjoy quick and reliable transport based on realistic and tested plan. Our plan will see Central Paris itself become an Olympic park, and the most spectacular Olympic park ever, featuring world-famous landmarks transformed into stunning competition and non-competition venues. Live sites bringing the celebration to the very heart of Paris, and linked by the biggest ever walkable fan trail running along the banks of the splendid River Seine. Our beautiful city will be at the service of athletes and sport.
Yes, Paris will be a superb setting for athletes and for you, the international federations, vital stakeholders in the success of the Games. This plan has been shared and improved thanks to your input. Because you and I, and so many members of our team, understand the real bottom line, the hard work that goes into every Olympic dream. Yes, a unique pressure that comes with the great opportunity. Pressure on the athletes who don't know if this will be their only Games. And pressure on you, the IFs, who place your trust in the OCOG to deliver for your sport. We will meet those high expectations, which are reflected in the 3 pillars of our IF strategy. First, the highest levels of service, in a brand new village tailor-made for the athletes. In every training facility, all of them within 20 minutes of the village. And of course, in every competition venue. Second, games of great memories, the famous magic moments. The years of work we have already done means that we will have time to concentrate with you on crucial areas, such as major test events and sports presentation. And finally, games with a real legacy for sport. Of course, in building and innovation, and most importantly, in increased participation in the numbers of people playing your sport.
And we want to emphasize here that our games plan is robust and already signed off. Our plan has been developed and refined over time and will be delivered as promised, using sports venues that are already world-class, have recently hosted many of your World Championships, and don't need heavy renovation. Mr. President, we will deliver the plan we promise. You will get games that will be a guaranteed success, sold-out stadia across all sports, magnificent television images to inspire audiences worldwide, and flawless delivery by experienced sports professionals, all in a city that regularly stages record-breaking sporting events at the very highest standard, and where all sport enjoy high level of support from the public and from the public authorities, including from perhaps our strongest supporter, the Mayor of Paris, who will speak to you in French.
Merci Étienne. Chers amis, mesdames et messieurs, je ne suis pas là pour vous parler de Paris, mais pour laisser parler Paris, la ville de ma vie. Quand je suis arrivée à Paris, j'avais 20 ans, 2 nationalités et un rêve. Cette ville m'a fait comprendre que mes 2 cultures, mes 2 langues maternelles étaient une chance extraordinaire. Elle m'a encouragée à vivre mon rêve. Paris, d'ailleurs, n'est pas la ville des meilleurs, c'est la ville qui amène chacun à son meilleur. Elle est en cela prédestinée pour l'olympisme, parce que ce que nous avons reçu, nous voulons le donner. Et c'est ça le sens de notre candidature. En 2024, nous accueillerons ensemble des jeunes venus du monde entier pour découvrir Paris, d'ailleurs la première destination de la planète, mais aussi, bien sûr, pour vivre les Jeux. En 2024, nous voulons montrer que les Jeux peuvent être un accélérateur de la transition écologique et du développement durable. Nous le ferons à Paris avec notre savoir-faire, avec celui de WWF, du Yunus Center, de nos partenaires, mais aussi avec ce formidable élan que nous apporte l'accord de Paris sur le climat. Nous voulons partager notre vision solidaire et inclusive. Tout au long de son histoire, Paris n'a jamais cessé de s'engager pour bâtir un monde meilleur. C'est la première vocation de notre candidature. Ensemble, donner toute leur force aux Jeux, faire rayonner le pouvoir du sport, partager les valeurs du sport avec la jeunesse, l'amitié, la paix, l'excellence et le respect de nous-mêmes, de notre éthique, de notre santé, le respect de l'autre, quel que soit son handicap, son sexe, son origine, sa religion. En puisant dans ces valeurs, nous pouvons réaliser l'idéal olympique, celui qui a trouvé sa voie moderne à Paris il y a plus d'1 siècle avec Pierre de Coubertin. Nous pouvons le faire entrer dans le quotidien et dans le cœur d'une génération nouvelle.
Monsieur le Président, chers amis, we live in an age of many key questions, especially for sport. Today, our bid has to answer just 3 essential questions. Why Paris? Why are we bidding and why now? The answers to why Paris are clear. We offer all the great aspects of our inclusive and inspiring city. A superb concept in the very heart of Paris, with the most spectacular Olympic park ever, and a unique track record in hosting safe and successful sporting events. Paris is the right city.
Queridos amigos, hoy no hablaré en español, hablaré en inglés. The second question is, why do we want the games? It is the question many politicians have faced, especially in Europe. We in Paris are very clear. We are bidding because, like you, we believe in sport, in Olympism. We believe that the games are so much more than entertainment, more than just a branch of show business. We believe that sport can change the world. Paris is a global city. Last February, I was delighted to receive the support of the mayor of more than 50 major cities on 5 continents. This sends a very clear signal. It's a proof that Paris is made for sharing. In Paris, in 2024, our vision will be shared with the world. We believe it is absolutely the right vision for 2024.
And the final question is why Paris now? Some mention the centenary of 1924. Some say this is the fourth bid of Paris. Others talk about a strong plan and a united team ready to deliver it. All of these are part of the story, but they are not the most important part. The most important part is we believe that we are the right city with the right vision at exactly the right moment for sport. A vision to connect Olympism with the new sharing generation, whose mindset is changing the world, and who see Paris as a global hub in this new way of thinking. Paris 2024 will help define and then deliver a new, relevant and sustainable model of Olympism in action. Because the answers to the question we face do not lie in just storytelling or technology. The answers lie with people, bringing sport and everyday life together. Which is why this bid has already engaged actively, for real, with more than 1 million people, and why every single one of us at Paris 2024 is determined to deliver right now. Paris is the right city with the right vision at the right moment. Merci pour votre attention. This concludes our presentation.
Thank you all from Paris, and I open the floor for question to the Paris delegation. Tom?
Well, it will be the same question as for the LA delegation, so congratulations as well for the presentation. So, okay, you don't seem to have to build a venue, so what is the plan in terms of legacy for the future of French sport? What is there before and after the Games?
More question? And handball is very strong in France, so we save your question. So as a question? So no more question. They are very satisfied. If you can answer, Tom Dillon from archery.
Of course. Thank you, Tom, for your question. Legacy is definitely one of the top priorities for us since the beginning of Paris 2024. We see legacy with 2 angles. The first one is definitely to choose the best places, iconic places, to celebrate the sport in France and worldwide, and to have the best showcase for your sport. But The real legacy is definitely the human legacy. And we have engaged since the beginning our athletes. This is a team led by sport people and athletes. They are the best role model to inspire. And with the Mayor of Paris, that I will leave the floor in a minute, we have already engaged strong programs in education and touched more than 1 million people in France through our education program to engage the youth in sport activities in France, to make them start Olympic sports. Maybe the Mayor can compliment a little bit.
Thank you. In French. L'héritage, c'est pour nous, comme vient de le dire Tony, un point crucial. Et au-delà de l'héritage pour les équipements qui restent à construire, la piscine, le village, nous avons fait en sorte que l'héritage commence maintenant, avec la candidature, pas au moment des Jeux. Et donc cet héritage, nous le portons avec un programme scolaire très fort à Paris et dans toute la France. Nous le portons aussi, par exemple, avec un héritage écologique qui sera réel, nager dans la Seine pour les Jeux, avant les Jeux, après les Jeux. Nous avons aussi un héritage humain magnifique que nous allons porter ensemble. Nous travaillons avec tout le secteur de l'économie sociale et solidaire, y compris sur la question de la reconversion des athlètes, pas simplement ceux qui ont la compétence et la force pour participer aux Jeux Olympiques, mais tous les athlètes, les sportifs dans le monde. Et nous travaillons avec le professeur Younous sur cet héritage très très important. Et puis, autre élément d'héritage qui commence dès maintenant, nous avons fait en sorte que partout dans Paris, le sport ait sa place, partout dans les rues, sur le bord de la Seine. Je viens d'inaugurer dimanche dernier le grand parc des rives de la Seine, cet espace magnifique qui avant était un espace dédié aux voitures. Aujourd'hui, c'est un parc de promenade et de sport. Là, tous les sports peuvent s'y dérouler à partir d'animations, à partir de démonstrations. Et dès maintenant, nous avons cet héritage en action avec beaucoup de Parisiens, petits, grands, anciens, qui viennent pratiquer du sport sur ces équipements que nous avons mis à leur disposition partout dans la ville. L'héritage, c'est maintenant.
Maybe I will also add one more thing, Tom, about the legacy for the Federation and for the Sports Federation. Altogether, there is a big plan in infrastructure, globally speaking, but also infrastructure for the community. More than a big budget of more than 100 million has already been put together to actually construct and renovate community equipment. There is a big program together with the national federations, with the government putting together a huge program with 80,000 public servants that will be dispatched through federation clubs everywhere to actually promote Olympic sports and help welcoming new people wanted to start sport, following the inspiration and the promotion that's going to be done obviously through events, and we will continue to welcome major events throughout the territory up to 2024, and together with the federation promote not only in the view of the games, but promote, generally speaking, sports as a way to actually get more and more people engaged into the society. And we have all those partners aligned together with the Olympic game as a first bearing point, but behind that Olympic Games, together with really putting sport in the heart of society. So this is a lot of programs that will be carried on together with the National Federation, together also with you guys from the International Federation, trying to understand the way your development program is managed throughout the globe. And we want to be the best partner and have all the resources, whether it's equipment, but resources, budget, but also people to be able to have the maximum impact on the games coming to Paris in 2024.
Well, the